Our talk with the Countess. Horrible mistakes I made. Hey friends, it's Elizabeth, Countess of Shopping. I have lost 79 pounds to date with Mounjaro weight loss. I've been on Mounjaro for over a year. I'm currently on Mounjaro 15 milligrams. And there's a person pulling up behind me. Why are they pulling right as I'm trying to do an amazing intro? Because we're going to talk about my horrible mistakes. My Mounjaro weight stall. I'm so frustrated. And so I'm hoping I can channel my frustrations here in Countess of Shopping because we are solution oriented, not problem focused. I'm hoping I can channel my frustrations of what I did this week for my weight loss update, what I did to what I can do to fix it. And hopefully this will help you on your weight loss journey. So if you're just starting Mounjaro, make sure you click that subscribe button and like so you can see some of my other videos on this. But basically what I did this week is I gained 2 pounds. So it's actually, I guess I should say I'm not down 79 pounds. I'm down 77 pounds. I should be embracing the amazingness of being down, but it annoys me because this whole week was self-induced. It wasn't Mounjaro. It wasn't tirzepatide weight loss. It wasn't Zepbound weight loss issue. It was my issue. It was an Elizabeth issue. And I'm so flipping frustrated with myself. Do you guys get this way? I'm trying also to give myself a lot of grace, love, kindness, and compassion, even though I screwed up, even though I made mistakes. And they're not horrible mistakes. They're just, not just, because that's an diminishing word. See, I'm like trying to really break and change some of these mistakes. One, I didn't hit my protein goals. You guys know here at Countess of Shopping that my whole thing, per my dietitian, is 100 to 120 grams of protein per day. I typically don't, I don't hit that on day 1 and day 2 of my Mounjaro injection because I have appetite suppression. However, this week I really didn't have strong appetite suppression. It was a train wreck, a complete train wreck. Anyone else have a train wreck week, or was it just me? I think with Valentine's Day, a snow day, so my kid was off of school unexpectedly, like threw me for a loop a little bit. I was snacking on Valentine's candy late at night for like 6 days in a row. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? The first night I was like, oh, it's okay. And then it became like a thing. So I'm telling you guys, A, because I'm embarrassed, and B, because I'm not utilizing the appetite suppression with Mounjaro injection that I did have to my advantage on my 125 pound weight loss journey. Like, she has got to not be gaining weight each week. Like, making these mistakes, I thought I'd be further along on my healing journey with food and my relationship with food than I am right now. And it's frustrating me and it's annoying me. So what I'm going to do is tell my, air quote problems, because they're really not problems, my challenges. I'm going to tell my challenges and then what my solution is going to be. And so I can go through with all of the mistakes that I made this week, and then how can I use those as learning lessons and turn those into opportunities to help make it a benefit for me as opposed to a defect, and make it an asset instead. So I did not focus on protein this week. I focused on candy. And I know better. Like, I think part of the thing that I have, I'm just saying this out loud, it sounds wackadoo, but for my kid, I wanted to have a really cool Valentine's Day. For Valentine's Day, for some people can be hard. And for me, there's some amazing aspects. I have a fabulous, amazing, hot husband, the Count that I love, but also as like a kid, like it's a whole thing. Anyways, with that, it's weird. And so I don't know if Valentine's Day was weird for you. It was weird for me. It was amazing, but also not. Anyways. And so leading up to it, I got my kid a lot of candy. Why did I do that? I could have got him stuffed animals or puzzles or books or something else. And I don't know why, like, that is old habits. And so that is a reminder for me for Easter and upcoming holidays. I need to not be buying my kid candy. He can have a little bit, but I shouldn't have bought the quantity in which I did. I went to the dollar store because someone had posted on TikTok how amazing the candy was. And I bought a ton of it. Like, why did I do that? That was a sabotage. Like, I can look back and be like, okay, I was using my kid to get him this amazing stuff. But with my Mounjaro injection, I don't have room to have candy where it's not an intentional thing, because this wasn't intentional at all. It was sabotage. So talking through sabotage, I know that I need to focus and re-loop back to that 100 to 120 grams of protein this week, like dead on. So today I'm gonna have Chipotle. For me, Chipotle is a very clean eating thing where I can get my nutrients with my vegetables on there and also my protein. I can see it in my face. I can see how puffy I am in my face. Oh, it's making me mad. And I need to let go of this anger to myself, like I'm pissed at myself. But so the solution is, because we're staying in solution mode, I'm staying in solution mode, is I'm going to make sure I hit my 100 to 120 grams of protein today. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And for the rest of this week. I told my husband, so our schedules have gotten really, my husband's work schedule has changed, and that trickles down to me, of more responsibilities are on my plate. And that is at times overwhelming because my workload has not decreased, it's actually increased, which is wonderful. It's amazing. I've got really, really cool projects that I'm an executive producer for, and that's exciting. But also I'm stressed and I'm not dealing with it like what, like I should be grateful. And instead I'm eating out. Like not eating out, like I am eating out, but not eating, I'm acting out with food. And with my Mounjaro 15 milligrams, that suppression, that weight loss suppression, that appetite suppression that I had, I don't have. This week I did not have. I am at the highest dose possible. And so when people tell me that they're like titrating up every month, I'm like, well, no. Like if I could go back, I wish I would have told myself to like rail against and use the dose that I was on, even if it was Mounjaro 2.5 milligrams, Mounjaro 5 milligrams, use that dose to my benefit of changing the injection sites, which I'm going to change my injection site tomorrow. I've been staying with the back of my arms because I love it. And you guys know I preach about rotating, but I have been having such great success with the back of my arms. Well, this week I didn't. The arm was not, it was like, and that could be this is for men, plug your ears, but usually my period is, I'm 2 weeks away, but my period has been so wacko. Part of me is like, maybe my wacko-ness is because of my period's coming early, which I've done a video on. If you haven't seen that about menstrual cycles and with birth control, if you are taking Mounjaro or Zepbound for Zepbound weight loss, Eli Lilly tells us if you're taking an oral birth control to use another form of birth control for the first 4 weeks when you titrate up. How many people don't know that information? Tell me in the comments if you didn't know that. Like, tip number 2. So we talked about number 1 was my protein. Tip number 2 of things I didn't do and what the solution is going to be. What I didn't do was I didn't walk. I walked 2 days this past week, maybe 3. I'm supposed to be walking every day. I'm supposed to be walking 3 miles every day. And I've gotten in such a great routine with Mr. Friday, my fabulous dog, which by the way, I'll link down on the description link below. Obsessed. I did a whole video on Instagram about the Chuckets. These balls are awesome if you've got dogs. I didn't walk. And you guys know, one of the things that is really important for me is I have to make permanent lifestyle changes with food and with exercise in terms of physical activity. And finding physical activity I love and enjoy. And it snowed this week. And so that kind of threw me off because I couldn't walk. Well, now that I'm saying I couldn't walk one day because of the snow, but I also didn't shovel my driveway either. And that could have counted as physical activity. Like I stayed in my pajamas, like, let's just keep it fully real here. I was in my pajamas for 2 days straight, 2 days in a row. So it's like 4 days of like train wreckness. So I'm committing to you guys, and I'm telling you guys with grace, love, kindness, and compassion for myself that I'm going to walk. And I'm going to go back to listening to my mindset stuff on Jim Rohn, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. But finding walking, I think is going to be one of my solutions. Number 3, I don't like tracking, but I'm going to track. Because I need to go back to having realistic portions, realistically how much protein am I getting in, using the BioCare dietary beverage I am obsessed with. I will link that in the description link below. There, it's 6 ounces of 20 grams of protein has saved me because I'm not hitting my protein goals. By having the BioCare dietary beverage, it has been awesome because I can get that, I can chug 6 ounces quickly and easily. They have chocolate and mixed fruit. The mixed fruit's my favorite, but I do like the chocolate. Mixed fruit is my preference, but just FYI, if you're like, which flavor should I get? Get both. Get both. It's well worth it. And it has in there 2 things. 1, it helps with muscle loss because of the protein in it. And 2, they intentionally make it for semaglutide and tirzepatide people for digestion issues. That's part of one of their like things. So anyways, I know going back to tracking, I got off on that tangent because tracking matters so much for me to hit my protein goals. And I'm going to do that on my Weight Watchers app. Weight Watchers app, I'm going to go back. If you guys are looking for the discount for Weight Watchers, I will link it down on the description link below. And my favorite telehealth company. I'm obsessed with Join Fridays. By the way, use the code QUEEN. They're awesome if you're looking for a telehealth company to prescribe either compounds and name brands. They do both. They prescribe both. And they work with compound pharmacies, so you know you're getting third-party tested compounds. But I digress. Going back to the tracking thing, I need to be really good about tracking. And I'm going to commit to that. For today, like just for today, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to do that today. And then number 4 is my brain. of when I go on my walks, listening to Jim Rohn is awesome on Audible. I'll link my Audible discount down below. I think part of not walking, then I didn't get that reinforcement in my brain to retrain my brain to create new neural pathways. I was not walking. And so therefore that was a form of sabotage, because not only was I not doing the exercise component, but then I wasn't doing the mental feeding my brain through listening through Jim Rohn with it. And so committing to these things, I think I know is so important. Like making these mistakes. I said the title is horrible mistakes. They're really not mistakes. It's learning lessons. And I think this is part of the process for me of being really, really gentle on myself, instead of my inclination is to be mad and angry at myself, and instead to give extra love, grace, kindness, and compassion to make these changes. And then I think that I'm going to get a lot further along, instead of taking this and making it a positive thing, as opposed to like beating myself up over it. And getting rid of the stuff that I know. I don't have candy in my house. I don't have candy in my house for this reason, because at nighttime I'm like, what am I doing? Like that was like so 2022. That is not a 2024 habit, okay? Okay. Number 5 in terms of my action items are going to be really focusing in on my water, making sure I'm filling up my Simple Modern. I'm obsessed with Simple Modern, by the way. I think I kind of like them more than Stanley's. I'll link them down below, because you don't have to clean the top like you do on your Stanley. They're fabulous. If our amazing viewer Gay told me, she's like, Elizabeth, you're gonna love Simple, and I do. I'm obsessed, because you don't have to clean the top on it. So Simple Modern is where it's at in terms of getting my water in, but I have to refill that thrice, because they're 40 ounces is the one that I have. I gotta refill it thrice. And so today, have I gotten any water in? No. I've had coffee. It was delicious. The Count made me coffee. Oh my goodness, it was so good. But I need to get on the ball here. And I feel like next video that I tell you for my weight loss, my Mounjaro weight loss update and my Zepbound weight loss update, I'm gonna be like, y'all, it was so great. I will be switching my injection today, I'm gonna be switching my injection to my thigh, because I've been doing my arm back and forth, because I wanted to ride the wave of awesomeness. And I think I just rode it too long. I did it too many weeks in a row. I have not been doing my stomach at all, because it usually doesn't do anything. And I feel like I'm in a weakened state, and I don't want to have another week, W-E-A-K, week. I don't want to have a weak week. I want to have a strong week. And so making sure this week, my intention is I'm going to do the injection on my thigh, and then the week after that, do my belly button and give my arm a break. But my arm's amazing. That's where I welcome the side effects. People like get upset. I'm like, obviously there's serious side effects. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about, a little bit of nausea, a little bit of constipation, a little bit of diarrhea. Like, not so much on the constipation end, but on the diarrhea and the nausea. And I'm like, I'll take a little bit of that. Just a little, I'll welcome that in. And so I'm noticing also I need to whiten my teeth today. Holy moly, holy moly. And I need to get to my gratitude list. That's going to be number 6 for me, of going back to gratitude instead of focusing on, I always tell my kid this too, don't focus on things I don't have, focus on what I do have. And I do have quite a bit. And so I really need to focus in on all the abundance and goodness and really stay locked in on that as I'm making these changes. But I don't know, do you guys relate of where it's hard? It's hard of, I want to be grateful for things, but I also want to change things with my Mounjaro weight loss, of having that like duality of it, of like, I'm grateful, but I want to change things, and not swinging the pendulum too far of like getting complacent of where I'm at and not changing, but also beating myself up too much of wanting to change and things like, I don't know. Yeah. It's where I really want to get back into my groove, because I don't like feeling this way. I feel unsettled. And so getting back into being in the zone, I'm excited to do. And I know the next time I do a weight loss update for you, I know that I'm going to be like, y'all, I kicked booty. Like, I did a good job. And typically for me, by the way, people ask about weight loss. Typically for me, the weight loss, I will not lose, and then have like a big whoosh. That's been my cycle typically. And so if that is you, great. I can completely relate to that. And that's also okay too. Like, it's okay. So I do know, like, not losing, whoosh is coming for me. And then I have to go through some of these like valleys to get to the mountaintops. My little cliche-ness for the day, but it's true. that me getting to the other side of this is going to be really making these permanent lifestyle changes. Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing to me. Am I making permanent, sustainable, lifelong changes? I almost said challenges. Oh my God, was that Freudian slip? Oh, no! Making permanent, lifelong changes of finding physical activity I really love and enjoy, so I do more of it. Finding foods that I really enjoy and love, and making sure I'm consuming that in appropriate quantities with nutrients and proteins, and really honing in on those. And changing the inside, because once the inside changes, the outside changes, right? And I feel like I've done so much work with my relationship with food, and talking with a therapist, and like really like being able, I used to not be able to weigh myself every day, and I have been for the most part. I think that was one of my red flags, was red flag, was I wasn't weighing myself every day. And I had been, because I've healed a lot of that, of where the scale's not my enemy anymore. I can look at it as a subjective tool. No, objective, subjective. I can look at it as just a metric of data, and not like this emotional, where it gives me emotional power or defeat. Like it doesn't do that to me anymore, but I was avoiding it. You find yourself avoiding the scale. For me, that was like these like little micro sabotages coming together to make a 2-pound weight gain this week. And I can see it in my face. Oh, it makes me mad. I hate being puffy. And I got to film for something later on, and I'm like, how do you get rid of the puff? I don't. Like there's no quick running to something to get rid of it, which, by the way, Laneige Lip, if your lips are crusty wusty, I've been doing a lot of face stuff. This stuff is so good. Highly recommend. I'll link that down in the description link below too. So my friends, if you're having one of those weeks of you're like, dang, I screwed up, it's okay. I'm giving you a hug. I'm giving myself a hug. We're going to dust ourselves off. We're going to go listen to the new Beyonce song, which is Hotter Than Hot. If you have not heard that new song, you need to go Google it and listen to it. It's so good. I'm listening to it on replay. And I'm going to get back to the basics, like really, really back to the basics, which are protein, water, walking. I wish it was 3 W's. What could the protein be? I need an alliteration here, friends. What are the 3 W's? Water, walking, and weight protein. Doesn't quite have the same ring, but we're going to do this. If you are in my free Mounjaro weight loss group, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you here, always here in the comments down below. But if you're in my free Mounjaro weight loss group, or if you want to join it, it's linked in the description link below. And you can get my free Mounjaro weight loss success tracker. That is also in the description link below too. We're going to do this week. And thank goodness, by the way, for my smart tape measure. I love that thing that syncs with my scale. So it's all together, my measurements and my scale and my blood pressure all in one app. So if you're looking for something that's easy to use, you can get it on Amazon. I'll link it down below. It's not crazy expensive. It's not going to break your pocketbook. It checks all the boxes for me. And I love, a viewer who recommended the blood pressure one. Someone had gotten their jump rope too, that I guess, I don't know if it syncs together, but they do have a really cool jump rope. I'll link that down below as well. Let me put that on my little list. Make sure I drink jump rope. Let's talk about our goals for this. I want you to tell me down in the comments, what are your goals? I just told you mine. What are your goals for this week to set you up for success for your Mounjaro weight loss, your tirzepatide weight loss, tirzepatide weight loss, or for your Zepbound weight loss? Tell me down in the comments below, or WEGOVY weight loss. Tell me in the comments below. Too, we do a little thing here at Countess of Shopping of where you put an emoji, and I know that you've made it this far. Today it's going to be a pen or pencil, and I'll know that you've watched this far in the video. It's twofold. One, it helps to get me to know you better. I'll see the pattern recognition of seeing your comments over and over. And number 2, I'll pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, I will uplift you in positivity. I may not see every comment. I may not respond to every comment, but I do see every comment. So putting that down below will hopefully help, it will help me get to know you better. Because so many of you guys are friends now. You're not just like we're friends, and it's cool. I'm like, I have all these internet amazing friends. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. This is a dust myself off kind of week. And it's a getting back to it with love, grace, kindness, and compassion, of staying focused while also learning the lesson that I needed to learn this week. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings, because life is delicious. I'll see you next time, friends. Good morning, my beauties. I have been buying and testing products for you guys. I love on Countess of Shopping YouTube to give you guys reviews of stuff that I buy with my own money, not sponsored by them. I bought these because someone had recommended them. They're like Pop-Tart protein things. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. You guys know I love me a good birthday cake, and I love the color pink. My colors are blush and bashful. 20 grams of protein in there, and I was like, let's see how these taste. This is how they look. The packaging on them looks amazing. That's the inside of them. They look aesthetically gorgeous. They're very protein bar-y. So if you're interested, there's the page for it. It's not my jam. I probably won't buy these. My gold standard is always Barbell. I absolutely love Barbell products, and they taste good to me, and they've got good protein in them. And my BioCare dietary beverage, the protein drink. This, I'm not going to be purchasing again. But I do like the color, and if that's something that interests you, like, it's cute. Like, the packaging is very, very cute. I love the design that they have on them, but in terms of the taste, okay, everybody loved when I reviewed the Face Shop. It's the Clean Movement, and it's a Korean skincare company. It's the Rice brand Gentle Cleanser. I am obsessed. It's my new holy grail. The price point is fantastic on it. So I also bought the Face Shop's Clean Beauty Foaming Cleanser. We're gonna test this bad boy out. Let me go ahead and put my hair back. I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion. And I got my Fab Fit Fun box. If you're interested in Fab Fit Fun, I will link down below my discount code. So I'm gonna go ahead, in the Fab Fit Fun box, it came with this cute little hair bow, but more importantly, less about the hair bow, these arm things. If you ever get water drips, oh, I got a fake eyelash on mine. If you ever get water drips down your arms, which is the bane of my existence, and I also don't want it going on my gooch, I'm obsessed with these. So we're gonna try this bad boy out. This, by the way, for the price point in which it is, you get 10.1 fluid ounces. That's huge. I mean, that is a tremendous amount of cleansing. It had the little safety thing. I'm popping that off. I've already pre-wet my skin. Like I said, I'm obsessed with this new cleanser that they have. It's the Rice Water Bright. I highly recommend. To get Countess of Shopping approved, take some specialness, it's approved. This is awesome. It hits all of my points, and it's got the gentle exfoliating cleanser. It is amazing. I would dare to say this is better than my Elemis cleaner, which y'all are on the Elemis train, and you guys really are protective of Elemis. This bad boy is amazing. So I'm curious to see if this other one is as amazing as the light exfoliator. So the last one a little bit went a long way. So I am just gonna do a little pea size. I mean, a pea size relative to 10.1 ounces. It's a tremendous amount of product you're getting in there. Let's see, my skin's already pre-wet. Oh baby, it does have, like, that instantaneously goes in, bam! Gives you a good lather. There's a slight scent to it. It doesn't have fragrance added. In fact, I'm like 99% positive there's no fragrance added, but there is a scent to it. Very, very light, very, very mild. Let's wash it off. It's incredibly gentle. Oh my goodness. She is loving. She is obsessed. I like that one. If you are looking for a gentle cleanser, this one is the foaming cleanser on it. Very clean feeling. I love that. That is delicious. I still do have to say their exfoliating cleanser is better, in my humble opinion. Just my opinion. Who am I? I actually do like this so much better because of the exfoliating factor on there, and because I've been doing like retinol and stuff on my face. I need a little bit to get the dead skin off. So this is still my jam. 5 ounces. It's amazing. But if you're wanting just a strictly cleanser, it is better than my Elemis. I mean, that is incredible. Rice Water Bright. Who knew? I'm glad I bought it. I'm bringing out the big guns. My big guns are the Zeo. It's medical grade skincare, and it has on there the complexion renewal pads. It's kind of like oxy pads back in like the 90s when you had pimples, but for old lady skin like mine. It gets and sloughs off the dead skin, particularly because I do have like a bunch of my skin is sloughing off because of the retinol that I've been using. So this is my holy grail. I have given a rave review. I am loving the Belif pads, lower price point. So if you are looking for a lower price point, it comes with a little like tongs on it. These are great. So this is like my backup. You can see on there. It works very well. I would definitely say this is the best if you're looking for a lower price point to do in the morning and the evening is when I do it. It has the Aqua Bomb pH exfoliating toner pads. These are amazing. They're wonderful. So now I'm going to test. I bought all of these. The Face Shop Clean Beauty. It's the Korean brand. So I bought the Korean skincare. It's the Face Shop Clean Beauty. These are the tea tree toner pads. Very curious. The back is written all in Korean, and then there's obviously over on English, but the Korean skincare movement, I've been wanting to test these so much. It came with just like the Belif one with the little topper with the tongs to pull out. We love a good tong to pull out the pads, and it's got on here this little, let me pull that straight out the gate. It's got scent to it because it's got the toner in there. You use the tongs on there. My little boy, he loves saying tongs. It makes me so happy. It's so cute when he says it. So it's got the little pad on here. Let's test this out and see how it feels. Okay, I can tell you straight out the gate, the grittiness that I feel, because my comparison is my Holy Grail, which is Zio. Again, expensive medical grade skincare, well worth it. If you are in Virginia, go to Blossom Medical. That's Dr. Neiman, she helps me so much with my skin. If you see my skin transform, it's because of her. So this is not as gritty. I can smell the tea tree oil in it. It is not as gritty as that. However, in terms of a toning pad, let me see if it exfoliated. Like my skin was just melting off because of the retinol that I've been. So the last one a little bit went a long way. So I am just gonna do a little pea size. A pea size relative to 10.1 ounces. It's a tremendous amount of product you're getting in there. Let's see, my skin's already pre-wet. Oh baby, it does have, like that instantaneously goes in, bam! Gives you a good lather. There's a slight scent to it. It doesn't have fragrance added. In fact, I'm like 99% positive there's no fragrance added, but there is a scent to it. Very, very light, very, very mild. Let's wash it off. It's incredibly gentle. Oh my goodness. What about the Holy Grail Crepe Erase? You guys know I'm obsessed with Crepe Erase for the neck and for their body cream. Highly recommend those. Does the eye cream live up to the legend, the standard of that high cream for Crepe Erase? Straight out the gate, it does have a thicker formula on here for the eye cream. I wore this the other day when I showed you guys the review of it here on Instagram. It's thicker. Let's see. Ooh, it's burning. Ooh, that's giving a little spice. Everybody spice up your life. Every boy and every girl. Okay, so I think I have next, I bought, because you guys recommended it to me, the TruSkin. It's the mineral sunscreen, 30 SPF. I like this. It has in there some vitamin C to go with it too. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but in terms of a mineral sunscreen, I like this one. And it's not, you know the white overcast shadow? Give me a second. It's like there, obviously, because you guys can see it, but it blends. Like if you give it a hot second, it blends in. Ooh, my skin, I put the rest of my skincare on too, by the way. So that was like my final step. And then I bought the Laneige to compare it to Yves Saint Laurent's Lip Perfector. I love this one, but I'm a germphobe, and so I don't like putting my finger in the pot. Yes, you can use a Q-tip, but that's an extra step. This one is awesome. To me, Yves Saint Laurent, I love their Lip Perfector, but the Laneige, honey, if you have dry, crusty, westy lips, which I do right now, it will clear this up for me. I forgot to put it on before I went to bed last night in a heartbeat. It gives like literally that hydration. If your lips are really like, we've had some whack weather here in Virginia, gives that deep, deep dry skin removal. It's well worth it. And you don't have to put your finger into the pot to be able to get out the product. Love. Laneige. Love. I bought the NYX because y'all told me to. I've been getting, look at my face. You can see it, like it's red. It's red because of the retinol that I'm using and just the medical grade skincare and with the lasers and all the things I'm doing. And by the way, I took off my jacket because I will get my makeup on it. So I'm just going to use the green color corrector to help mute out some of the redness on my face. If you have redness like I do, you guys have recommended this to me and I'm glad I bought it. I'm just going to go in here and then I'm going to use my fingers. You could use a beauty sponge. You could use a better brush to go in and help blend and smooth that out. But whoever recommended this to me, thank you. I actually really, really Next, Laura Geller. You guys had said to get this palette, so she bought it. 2 of the piece, or 3 of them, popped when they were in transit here, which stinks. And I just don't feel like returning it to Amazon. But I like the colors quite a bit. I like this one in particular. It's called Cocktails. It's got like a little bit of shine to it. I'm gonna put that in, and then I'm gonna use what's the Reception, the last one on there. I really like the palette. And I like that it's got that big old mirror, hello you, to be able to see everything that's going on as I'm putting the eyeshadow on. But they have a lot of palettes, like a lot. These have been a lot of, I really enjoy this one quite a bit actually. Now I'm just going in with the darker color, that Reception in there. I'm making it go high because my eyes droop. If you've got droopy eyes, kind of like I do, this helps just make them go higher. It gives a little, gives a little lifting sensation by going in higher than when I used to. And with my over 40 makeup, this has been helpful. I'm just going like that. And it helps to elongate a little bit better. They say, Elizabeth, is there anything that you don't like? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Gucci eyeliner. It's a waste to me. I'll show you what it looks like. It has in here where it smudges and it drags. I cannot get the product out easily. Like, look at that. It's just like, whereas when I use my Jane Iredale Bare eyeliner, so fantastic, so easy. It's just straight out, it's one of my favorites.